Hello and welcome to today's July 17th second stimulus check and stimulus package update. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now for updates and other smart money tips. All right, now we are edging closer and closer to having some idea of what the next stimulus check and stimulus package will be. The Senate comes back to Washington on Monday, July 20th. Senator Mitch McConnell has said he will have a plan and start sharing that plan in Washington as they get back to work. Senator Chris Coons said if McConnell has any hope of hanging on to his majority, he's got to show leadership and responsiveness, and he can't do that by writing a Republican-only bill. We're going to have to find bipartisan answers to these issues. In an interview, Senator Lindsey Graham predicted that the next stimulus package would probably not be as large as the $2 trillion CARES Act. But Graham added that he wants to go big and consider proposals like infrastructure or payroll tax cuts, both of which appear to have limited support from the GOP caucus. What's different in Phase 4 and Phase 3? Phase 4 needs to be about jump-starting the economy, building on the momentum of going back to work. Phase 3 was a rescue package. Phase 4 needs to be a stimulus package. So that's from Senator Graham. Now, Nancy Pelosi has publicly said she is against lowering the income cap to $40,000. She said, I think there are many families, depending on the size of the family, that $40,000 would have to be explained and justified. I'm thinking families making over $40,000 probably need assistance, again, depending on their family situation. Well, guess what? You're not going to be able to dig into 160 million American families. So you guys are just going to have to make a decision. But I think lowering the $40,000 would be disastrous for the middle class. I mean, think about the family that makes just $45,000. They probably need assistance, right? But it goes all the way up to the income caps that they originally decided on during the CARES Act. I think they should just stick with what they know works. Okay, now this $40,000 cap has made many Americans nervous. However, we don't yet know if it will be lowered at this point. Right now, it's just rumors and talking points. We also don't know if there will be some kind of a tier system. So, for example, maybe people that make $40,000 or less get a bigger check, and they still go up to the $75,000 or $150,000 as a married couple. Or maybe it remains the same, but it phases out at a little bit more rapid rate. Again, anything at this point is speculation. I think we just need to wait to see what the final bill is. Okay, Nancy Pelosi, when interviewed, said we need to find common ground for the next package, and we have to get it passed before the August recess. So they're definitely going to be pushing for that. Again, I just think the $40,000 cutoff is a bad idea. While I agree that those that make $40,000 a year or less have been hit the hardest and absolutely need assistance, people that make more than that also need assistance. Last I checked, when you make more money, you tend to have more bills, right? So just because your income dropped by 50% doesn't mean that you can lower your bills overnight by 50%. So I know many people that make over $40,000 a year, and they are indeed struggling. So again, I'm hoping that the Senate will make the right decision. Mitch McConnell has made it clear that the number one focus of the Senate when they get back will be the next stimulus relief package. McConnell and Pelosi will be meeting to negotiate what each party feels is necessary in the next stimulus relief package. Hey, if you found this video helpful, will you give it a like so that YouTube will share it with others? And please share it on social media. By the way, again, just another big thanks. My video from the other day, you guys gave it 79,000 likes. I'm just like, that's insane. So you're the only ones to thank. I really appreciate it. All right, now on a positive note, a caveman tennis player child with a Walkman, a 1980s family, and some dude that lives under a rock just saved 15% on their insurance by switching to Geico. All right, just had to lighten the mood. Now, Valerie from the community says, if my employer took PPP money, do they have to give it to us equally or at all? So the PPP money was designed to help businesses stay in business and avoid mass layoffs, right? They didn't think it would stop all layoffs, but mass layoffs, right? Now, a business is not required to use that money on the employees or payroll, but they are highly incentivized to do so, right? If they use it towards payroll, then they don't have to pay back the loan. And that is a huge incentive for a business, right? Because in most cases, a business's highest cost is typically their employees, right? Then you have rents and office space and then costs of goods sold. So that's a major cost to them. So the incentive, right, the carrot is in the right place for businesses to use this on employees and payroll because then it gets forgiven. Okay, I think most will, right? Like every business owner I know that got the PPP money, they will 100% be using it on payroll to keep their business afloat and to avoid having to pay that back. So I don't know if that answers your question. Okay, now if they don't, then the business is on the hook to pay that back, right? So would you use the funds in a specific manner if you knew it would be forgiven? I think the answer for most businesses will be yes. Now on the flip side, the EIDL doesn't have any restrictions on the spending or how the money is used, and that's because the business owner is personally responsible for paying that back, right? Like I'm trying to get the EIDL right now, and I have to personally guarantee that Stephen Gardner will pay back 100% of that money plus interest. So a little bit different there with the EIDL loan. Okay, now a few days ago, a 9-year-old proposed a question to me. He said, would you rather be attacked by 50 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? I told him I'd have to get back to him, but let me know what you would pick in the comments. 50 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? I'm kind of thinking go with the smaller one, right? Those ducks can be mean. Now imagine one the size of a horse. All right. Hey, guys, I'll continue to keep you updated as there are updates to share with you. I want to wish you a happy weekend and to remind you that you are amazing. I'm so glad that you're in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.